If I go into meditation, I usually don't think about all these things. I just focus and boom, go inside. But some days it works better than others. And on those days where it doesn't work so well, I might still first, a little bit see my posture is all right, my breathing, and, go take it a little bit more step by step, and then I will also get there. No? If the day has been a little bit more, nerve-breaking or something, then I can use those techniques. But after some time, you won't really need so much. You will just go inside. Even posture. Like if I go in meditation, okay, I will always try to take the lotus because, that doesn't happen by itself. But I don't really take care to really, get my spine right and so on. Because when you go in meditation, that will happen automatically. Because for the body, this is the most comfortable thing, to sit on the spine. So when you're not paying attention, the body will pay attention, it will take care of it. No? So all these steps are not really necessary, but helpful if the dharana, if the concentration is not good, if it doesn't work, if you are thinking this, that, then okay, come back, make it more complicated. And that is actually also a very important thing to understand about concentration. You have to focus the mind on one thing. But this one thing we still can make a little bit more attractive or less attractive for mind. Like, for example, you can have a long prayer, or you can have a very short one. A very long prayer is going to be easier because mind has more to do, has more variety, so it will be more easy to bring mind there. But a short prayer, in fact, is better if you can do it, because precisely it has less variety, it's more monotonous, and will more effectively bring the mind to sleep. So also there even you can vary a little by starting with some longer prayers, focusing on that, and when that effect of that is there, when mind already is more quiet, then take something very simple and focus mind there. So that is a little bit what Dharana also is about. And actually between Pratyahar there and Dharana, there's like a gray zone, where you vary between one and another. And you feel mind is not really following, is creating too much trouble. Okay, give him more. But don't give him all those nonsense thoughts about what you're going to do today or what happened yesterday or, not that. But give him something more. Give him something more. Like, for example, inside, when you do a prayer, you can do it in a more simple way. Like that. Or you can make it more beautiful. You can really sing inside with feeling, and that way your mind will be much more interested to go into it. Will much more easily focus on it until you feel, okay, now I'm really doing it, now it's really happening, and slowly, actually this also will happen more or less by itself. Slowly, this strong emotion will go out of it. It will still be beautiful, but it will be, more calm, until it starts like becoming a whispering, something very subtle, just a little thing to hold on to, nothing more. No? So this is what then happens in Dharana, or the work that is to be done in Dharana, to find objects that can, interest mind enough. Then get him on the wagon, get him with you, and then when that works, then slowly make it more and more simple, more and more abstract, so that he can actually fall asleep. It's like when a baby, doesn't want to sleep, and you're singing a song. In the beginning, you're raving a lot, and you're really singing a song, and the baby is interested. And then when you see the baby is really following it and calming down, then you also calm down. In the end you just don't move anymore. Barely singing, whispering, and then you put it into bed. Same thing you do with your mind. Same thing. Interesting also there is the use of both a sound and an image. One side of our brain works with words. The solar part of our brain works with words. The lunar part of the brain works with images. if you only use words, meaning like you only use a prayer, then very easily mind will bring in an image. And this image, even though you don't really consciously see it, will make you start thinking again. Or if you only focus on an image, which is yes often done, but still it can be done, then mind will bring in some sound, some word, some concept, and that way you will start thinking again. But if you have both, an image and a sound, that's actually a very tantric approach to it, then very easy to stop. Not to have any other thoughts. Because no more entry is there. Both entry gates are blocked. So then in India what is usually done is that you have a mantra belonging to a certain aspect of God. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. And an image, and you visualize, and at the same time you chant. So with the Jesus prayer, I don't know if it is done or not, but with the Jesus prayer, you could have the Jesus prayer, and then picture Jesus inside. Picture Jesus in your mind. Focus there. That's a very efficient method. Mantras in India originate with seers, with saints, and are also constructed, you could say, in a very particular way, relating to what they call the body of sound, which is our energy body. The energy, the prana of our body, very much responds to sound. So they have a map of the body in which all basic sounds, all the characters of the Sanskrit alphabet are put. And mantras are constructed in such a way to bring balance in certain parts of the energetic body. And the so-called Maha mantras, the big mantras, they really have such an impact that they balance the whole energy body, like the very famous Gayatri mantra is focusing on 24 different places in the energy body. So that is also an aspect of it when you use a particular object of meditation, what effect it will have on your energy body. Like some people often ask in the West, can I, like invent my own mantra or something like that? And of course you can, but it may not be so powerful as some of the mantras which have come down from those sages. And you will also not have such an easy relationship to it. Like, if you love your washing machine, you can chant mille, 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 if the mille is the brand of your washing machine, but that will never so much engage you as if you take a prayer which really, touches you and which really says something in which you believe and which is important to you. So in that way, mantras or even images are quite a great tool to use. And mantra meditation, for example, is a tradition, a yoga tradition, all by itself. And even though if you study it, you will find elements of Ashtanga yoga in it, to them, mantra is the only thing needed to reach the end point. So that's a powerful game. But so in Dharana, you are concentrating, but this is not always working, and that you have to just accept. I mean, this is for everybody, or at least 999 people out of 1,000, the case that when you try to focus on something, thoughts will come in between. It's just like that. It takes time, and it can take quite some time. And for that, as I said, it's good to take a holiday and really focus on it for some time so that you can take a big step in the beginning. When you're focusing on A, B, B, A, C, C, A, that is what you're doing. The moment you realize, oh, I'm thinking something, Don't get upset, because that'll only get you out of it more. Don't ask why, it's just natural.